Coming down onto your back. Have your knees bent and your feet flat. Have your arms out wide. And just take a huge inhale. Feel your ribs expand. And then feel them just drop down towards the floor. Then you're going to bring your knees over to one side. Look out over the opposite fingers. And bring your knees to the center. And exhale as you drop them over to the other side. Nice and slow, inhaling back to center again. And then just hug those knees into your chest. We're going to go back to doing the legs side to side, but you've got the option here to keep the feet up off the ground. This means you need to engage the core to use them to lower those legs with control. So slowly bringing those legs over to the side. Maybe they don't go all the way down to the floor. Inhaling, bringing them up. And this is where the breathing comes in. As you exhale, you're controlling that descent with your core. Keeping your shoulders on the ground. One more time back to center. And one more time to both sides with whichever version suits you. So you can go feet on the floor or feet up. Nice and slowly. And up and over to the other side. And then coming back to center and lifting your left leg up, taking a hold of the back of the thigh, pushing through the heel and rotating through the ankle. And we're just going to hold on to the back of the thigh here for now. Rotate that ankle in the other direction. Oh, clicky ankles. And then swapping over to the other side. Just sending the foot up to the ceiling, rotating the ankle. Might feel your hamstrings just underneath the skin there, against your hands. They may be twitching, or they may be stretching, or they may be protesting. Just make a note of that. Good. And then put that foot down. Grab your strap now. And we're going to go back to the left leg. And put that strap around the bony bit of your foot. So around the bit where the ball is under the big toe. This is to avoid pushing down on that soft, fleshy part of the foot. So left hand, left foot. And have a loose grip with the hand, so the elbow can be slightly bent. You're just allowing gravity to pull that arm down. It's like we're using the arm as a weight rather than pulling the arm. That's it. Inhale, and as you exhale, just see if you can get a little bit more of a stretch. Just give it a gentle pull. Inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to take that left leg out to the left side. You don't have to go super far to feel the stretch on the inside of your leg. Keep both hips and the lower back in contact with the floor. Good. And then inhale and bring that leg back to center. Swap hands, so keep the same foot, but swap hands. And inhale, as you exhale, you're going to cross the midline of your body. Again, you don't have to go super far, and keep both hips down on the ground. You'll feel a stretch down the side, the outside of the leg. I can even feel the calf muscle. I don't know whether you can. So that lower leg, I can feel the calf muscle getting a stretch here on the outside. And then come back to center. And we'll swap over and do the same thing on the other side. Nice place to start today on those hamstrings and lying down. So right foot, strap is around the bony bit and is comfortable. Head down on the floor, opposite arm down on the floor, and that arm is hanging and soft. Inhale, and as you exhale, just see if you can get a little bit more of a stretch there, just trying to straighten that leg out and feeling all the way into the backs of your thighs and the backs of the lower legs. Inhale, and as you exhale, gently take that leg out to the side, keeping both hips in contact with the floor. Hopefully you can feel a stretch on the inside of the leg. Once that leg's gone out to the side, give it a little tug as well, just for an extra stretch. And then inhale, bring it back to center. Swap arms and come across the midline of the body. And just hold it there. You don't have to go far on this side to get a stretch. And then give it a little tug with the arm again, just adding to that stretch. Inhale, bring it back to center. We're going to get rid of that strap now. And then bring the foot down. Bring your arms up above your head. We're going to do a quick boat pose to come up off the floor. So coming up into that inverted V pose. Lift your chest up, Pat. That's it. Come on up, Sue, into boat pose. That's it. Good job. And then bring your feet down to the floor and turn to face me. Starting off with those feet nice and wide and those knees bent. Support yourself with your hands behind you and start to move the knees from side to side. Those hamstrings had a bit of love. Now we're going to give the hips a little bit of love. Now, the only thing with this is I always end up moving forward, so I'm just going to shuffle back. There you go. And then come to the right hand side and lay both of those legs down. Bring both hands to frame that front, that right knee, and flex that right foot, because we don't want over compression in that knee. Bring your chest towards that knee, inhaling here, and exhaling, maybe coming down onto your elbows if that feels good for you. Take your time, don't force it. And then inhaling and coming up. You're going to take that left hand, reach around, take a hold of the left ankle and pull the heel towards the glute, which is going to give you a stretch in the front of the thigh. So the quads now, the opposite muscles to the hamstrings that we've just stretched. We're getting a lovely stretch in the hips and the quads. Let it go. And then we're going to inhale and exhale to the other side. Slowly, gently, taking your time, shuffling around if you need to. Now, just come into this with an open mind. This side might be a completely different animal. Flexing that left foot, having your hands either side of that left knee. Inhaling here, and as you exhale, maybe bending those elbows, maybe coming a little lower, maybe coming all the way down if that feels good for you. And that glute, that left glute, getting a nice stretch here. On the right hand side, the hip flexor starting to get a little stretch. Exhaling here. And then pushing up supporting yourself with your left hand, right hand comes around, takes a hold of the foot, and maybe the knee moves a little bit to the back and you pull that heel towards your glute. That's it. And just hold it there. Lovely stretch in the quads. Feels so good to be able to do these hip stretches because I haven't been able to do them for such a long time, so I'm really relishing in them. Nice. Okay, let it go, and we're going to come back to that position that we started in with those feet wide and those knees bent, supporting yourself with your hands, so lifting up through your chest, and again just moving side to side. Might suddenly find, oh, lots more space there. Lots more movement. And that's often a nice thing to do if you are going to do a stretch, is to try some movement first and then try some movement afterwards and see what a difference it's made. Good. Nice. And then coming to a comfortable seat, whatever that looks like for you. I'm going to sit on my block and have a go at a cross-legged seat. See if I can feel comfy there today. So whatever is right for you. Yes, comfy. And then ground down through your sit bones, lift up through your chest, so engage your core here. And inhale those hands up. Bring your palms together, exhale them down to the center of your chest. So keep your chest high, lift your chest up to meet those thumbs. We're going to inhale and look up this time. So a bit of shoulders here and a bit of neck. Looking up towards your thumbs, and then follow those hands as you come down. Hands coming down to the center of your chest. There you go. Tucking your chin towards your chest. Inhaling, coming up again. And then bringing those hands down one more time. Inhale and bring the hands up and keep them there. Clasp them, so interlace those fingers, reach up high. And then just do a gentle lean to the side, still grounding down through your sit bones. Inhaling again to center. Exhaling over to the other side. And then coming to center, those arms open and they softly find the floor. So we've got a soft connection with the floor here. Right hand lifts up. And we come into a side bend. So gentle with the left hand, gentle with the left elbow. Reach up and over. Stretch those ribs. Stretch the armpits. Inhale back to center. Let that hand float down softly. Soft connection here with the ground. Left hand comes up. Gentle in that elbow. Elbow bends to give you space to reach. Both sit bones still in contact with the floor. Nice. Coming up. One more time on each side. Let the hands settle first. Now inhale here to expand those ribs. And exhale to keep that core switched on and to keep you upright. Inhaling and exhaling, the hand settles. Good. Inhale again and exhale all the way over. Nice stretch. Lovely. And then come back up. Now you're going to turn sideways on your mat. You're going to send your legs out in front of you and you're going to bring your strap with you. So back to the strap. Whereas what we were doing on the floor was pretty much focused on the hamstrings. Now we've got stretched hamstrings. We can stretch the lower back. But if you feel like your hamstrings are still tight at any point in time, you can stick your block underneath your knees just to give yourself a bit more support there to take the hamstrings out of the equation. So that strap goes around the bony part of both feet. And then we come back, we extend that strap until those elbows are soft, bent at your side, and inhale coming up to a nice long straight back. Good. Take a huge inhale here and then just ground down through your sit bones. We're not doing any folding yet. We're just aligning our neck on our shoulders. And you want to keep your head in line with your spine at all times. So really lift up through your spine on the next inhale. And as you exhale, just pull, just give it a little tug on those straps. So pull your elbows back towards your ribs. Keeping that neck in line with the spine. And it may feel like you've hardly moved, and that's okay, as long as you're feeling a stretch in that lower back. Inhale, lift the chest again, and exhale, give it another tug. See if you can pull a little further, a little closer, and get a little bit more stretch in that lower back. One more breath, so one more inhale, or one more pull. And then inhale. And we're going to take that strap out and place it over the left foot. You can take the block out now. Keep both legs straight and take a hold of the strap with the right hand. Again, keeping that chest nice and high here. Inhaling, reaching that left hand up. Exhaling, taking it down behind you. And then coming into a seated twist. So lifting up through the chest. Again, pulling that elbow towards you. Lovely. And turning your shoulders almost perpendicular to your hips. Hand is soft on the floor. Face is relaxed. Jaw is relaxed. Good. Circle that left hand back up and over the way it came, using the movement in the shoulder. Lovely. And let's change the strap over. That left hand stays on the strap. And the strap is around the right foot. Good. Inhaling, lifting the chest. Exhaling, relaxing down. Inhaling, circling that right arm. I'm going to be turning away from you here, and you're going to be away from me as well, Pat. Hand comes behind you, and you get the lovely view of both of our backs there, Sue. So inhaling, lifting your chest, and exhaling, turning those shoulders around. Oh, and give that strap a tug as well. Lovely seated twist. Circle that arm back up the way it came. It finds the strap, and then we're going to get rid of that strap. Excuse me, frog in my throat. And we're going to come up into a forward fold. So bring your feet flat on the floor. Maybe come up into a squat to start off with, and then push away from the floor and look towards your knees. So gentle bend in those knees, but you probably find this is going to be a lot more comfortable after all those stretches. Let your head go here. You can take a hold of your elbows if that feels good, and just gently move your upper body from side to side. Very slowly, keeping those knees bent. You're going to roll up. The head comes up last. Stack each of those vertebrae on top of each other, one at a time. You can even visualize that. Then the shoulders come up and the head comes up. You can turn to face me. Very tight trousers on today, so just dealing with any restriction there. Excuse me. So come into a wide-legged stance now and just move your hips from side to side. One side, have a little stretch. Other side, have a little stretch. Good. And then open those arms out. Inhaling and exhaling, bringing them down. Clasp them behind you. So interlace those fingers, bring the palms together. Bring the elbows towards each other and open out through your chest. So really pulling down. Inhale, really fill those lungs up full of air. Exhale, unclasp those hands and bring them up above your head. Palms meet. Exhale, we're going to come into a forward fold, bringing those hands down the center line, all the way down, and fold forwards. Again, here, let your head go. Look between your legs. Shake that head out. Give those neck muscles a little bit of a break. Feel how heavy your head is. Take a generous bend in your knees. Bring the palms together and come up the center line. So we're doing what we just did in reverse, bringing those hands up. And then open out here into goddess pose. Elbows down towards your ribs, chest high, knees bent. Nice. Then bring the forearms onto the thighs and come down into a sumo squat. Do a little bit of calibration here. Have a little wiggle in those hips. Check in with your feet. If you feel more comfortable with the feet narrower, then heel toe them in. Getting a nice stretch in that lower back here and the hips. Good. And then push into the floor. Send those hips up to the sky and let your head come down again. Lovely forward fold. One more sumo squat, so going as deep as you can here, palms together, forearms to thighs. Send those hips back. Bring the palms of your hands together and then bring them up overhead. We're only going to do this once today. And then push away from the floor. Yes. Nice. So keep your hands up above your head. Step in. Feet close. You're going to squeeze your glutes and send your hips forwards. A little back bend here, which hopefully will feel nice. You can look up towards your thumbs after all those forward folds. Oh, and then unclasp those hands and float them down. Do some rotations with your shoulders here. So as if we're doing backstroke, double backstroke in water. One more. And then this time, bring the palms together. Bring them up as you inhale. We're going to exhale into a side bend. Don't mind which way you go. Inhale back to center. Exhale over to the other side. Isn't the sunshine amazing? Yes. Inhaling back to center. And now we're going to circle the arms forwards as if we're doing butterfly stroke. So circling. Nice. You can move the palms as well. So explore all the range of motion in those wrists and the elbows. Good. And then bring the hands up again. Reach up high. This time I'm going to get you to turn your palms, so turn the insides of your fingers up towards the ceiling. Maybe open your feet a little bit. Inhale, and as you exhale, come up onto the balls of your feet. So make yourself as tall as you can. You're reaching up towards the sky. And then exhale. Hi, Bob. Bring your heels down towards the floor. Bring your arms out again and clasp them behind you. Step wide again, preparing for a wide-legged forward fold. Hello, voice, where are you? Wide-legged forward fold with your hands behind you. So clasp those hands behind you, pull them down. Take a gentle bend in your knees to start off with. Inhale through your chest, lift, and exhale, fold forward. So let your head go. Let your shoulders go. Keep that connection to the palms of your hands, stretching out through the back of the body and into the shoulders. And then push away from the floor. Inhale, come up. All the way up and unclasp those hands. Nice. Bring your feet in so that we're in mountain pose and roll those shoulders up, back and down. Good. And we're going to start to move in the torso now. So elbows at chest height. Loosen up all those upper back muscles, all those bits that are attached to the ribs. And then we can start to let our arms hang. Just see if you can slap yourself on the other side of your body. This is working with those bouncy bits in the body, all the collagen and the fascia. Bringing lots of blood flow softly. And if you like a twist, this is a nice gentle way of doing a twist. If you're not warmed up and you want to do a twist, this is a nice way to do it. I tend to do this kind of thing in queues in Sainsbury's, but I do get funny looks. Good. Slow it down. Nice. And then we're going to bring our hands up. Get nice and active and make lots of energy here. So look up between those hands. Big inhale. As you exhale, throw those hands behind you. Bend the knees. And again, hands up. Big inhale. Exhale. A bit more vigorous this time. A couple more of those. So use your breath in your own time. You can exhale through your mouth and make lots of noise. Inhaling as you come up. You can squeeze a little back bend in at the top there if you want to. Just remember to squeeze those glutes. Lovely. 2 more. Last one. Breathe in all that spring air. And then coming back to center. Nice. So stand nice and wide with your legs. Take a lovely wiggle from side to side. Check in with your body here. How's it feeling? Hopefully the hips feeling a bit looser. Little wiggle in those knees. Maybe straightening one side, straightening the other side, just stretching out. Oh, there was quite a few clicks there in the knees. Have you frozen, Sue, or are you standing in that position?
I don't know, I'm not moving.
Are you moving? Okay, because you've frozen on my screen. There you go. Lovely. So we can come into this sort of crouching side lunge if that feels good. Pushing down through one foot. Hips go back. That's it. And over to the other side as well. And then heel toeing those feet in. Let's inhale and bring our hands up above our heads. Bring the palms of your hands together. And then bring them down in a grounding exhale. And namaste. We are done. So thank you very much.